Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, depending on what time zone you're in. I'm Lindsay Ruffin, cooking show advisor and owner of Park Road Studios, where we make cooking shows easy. Today, we're going to talk about monetizing your YouTube cooking channel, the fastest way to monetize your YouTube cooking channel. I get a lot of questions about this, and one quick admin note for the folks on Instagram. I'm going to be showing stuff full screen. Pretty much all of my live sessions are going to be things where I'm showing you stuff on full screen. So you would have a better experience if you join live via my YouTube channel at Park Road Studios, ParkRoadStudios, at Park Road Studios on YouTube. So just know that there's some stuff coming that you're not going to see because it's taking up the full screen and you're just vertical. Um, But yeah, the one of the most common questions I get asked is how do you monetize the YouTube channel, cooking show specifically, and a lot of people are thinking about their watch time and getting, so you can get into the YouTube partner program, and they think they're going to make a ton of money that way, and you're just not. The YouTube partner program does pay. YouTube is the highest paying social media platform. I think it's 50-50 when the ad revenue that YouTube generates. If it's not 50-50, it's something like 51-49 or 52-48. But it's pretty much right down the middle between what YouTube keeps and what you get. The thing is, it's not very much money. Folks think that, getting their channel monetized is going to be just going to open up the bank, and it just doesn't. It's just very few pennies per view, that you have to have a really big channel with a lot of watch time. A lot of people are watching your videos for it to amount to anything significant. And I'm talking about, when I say significant, like I've been on YouTube for 3 years now, posting actively. I got monetized about a year ago, I think, sometime last year. I can't remember when I got monetized. And I got my first payment from YouTube a couple of months ago. And here it is right here. $117.66. When I say grand, I mean a grand total. In case anybody's listening to this and they can't see it, I don't mean $1,000. I mean, it was a grand total of $117.66. And that's nothing I appreciate it. I celebrate it. That's like when you start a business and you make your first dollar and you save it. Well, for me, that's the first dollar, first $117 that I got paid from YouTube. And it's not a lot of money, but if you think about it, that's how much money has any other social media platform ever paid you. Have you ever gotten a check from Instagram? Have you ever gotten a check from Facebook? Not from somebody who you did something on the platform and then somebody else paid you. I'm talking about, did the platform itself ever pay you directly? For me, the answer has been no until a few weeks ago when YouTube sent me that first electronic payment. So I celebrated, but I sharing that number with you for you to have some context on what having a channel monetized means. You will make money, but it's not life-changing money. It's not even gas money. And until many years down the road, if you're able to build a channel that generates the type of views that will bring in significant revenue through the partner program. A much more effective way and a much faster way to make money with your YouTube channel, to monetize your YouTube channel, is through sponsorships. And the simplest sponsorship is you sponsoring yourself. Here's another place where a lot of people have a misconception, and they're aiming for the wrong thing, trying to get sponsorships, trying to get somebody else to pay you. They want to get sponsors with these major corporations, and that's possible and that's out there for you, but you got to build up to that. There are things that you have to do in order to be attractive to a sponsor. You have to have something for them to put their money into. Many times I get folks asking me, how do you get sponsors? And I ask them, okay, do you have a cooking show? No. Okay, a sponsor for what? These people would be paying you money for what? you don't even have a show. So that's step one. If you want sponsors for your cooking show, you have to have a cooking show. That means you have to show up every single week with a new video and do this for what I say is at least 10 weeks to demonstrate that you're serious, to have a portfolio, a body of work that you can show people so that they understand that you are serious and this is something that's worthy of their investment. If you're not showing up and doing the thing that you say you're going to do, why would they believe you? People are not going to pay you for a cooking show that exists only in your mind. So step one in getting sponsorships for your cooking show is to have a cooking show. You got to create the show and show up every week with a video. And once you've started doing that, the fastest, easiest way to make money, the first sponsor you can have, the easiest one to get is you. Your cooking show, well, YouTube in general, and cooking shows in particular, the easiest way to make money is to have something to sell, something that you already make or sell, a product or a service. So if you're a chef or a caterer or a food truck owner or a restaurant owner, for example, use your cooking show to promote your existing business, the services that you already sell. If you already have a cookbook, use your YouTube cooking show to promote your cookbook. Make recipes from your cookbook, have it on display on the table. Be your own sponsor. Sponsor yourself. The same way you would say do a commercial read for another brand of some, you know, think of whatever big brand you want, Williams Sonoma, for example, or Instant Pot, or whoever you want to get a sponsorship from. Whatever you would do for them, you do that for yourself. Talk about your product, your cookbook, your spice blends, your merch. You might have have designed designer aprons. You know, you may be handy with that kind of thing. You've designed some a branded aprons or other whatever it is. Promote your stuff. Be your own first sponsor. Start there, and through that. So now, if you're following along, you're taking steps that move you to where you want to go. You want sponsors? Okay. First, you start by creating the cooking show, showing up every week. Now you're taking steps and moving yourself closer to being able to get major sponsors, companies that will write you a big check. You're sponsoring your own products and services. You're talking about the things that you create and sell. So people get to see you on camera presenting about a product or service. It happens to be your products, but at least they get to see you and how you present yourself and how you speak about a product so that they can visualize you speaking about their product. You might do something really cool and entertaining promoting your own stuff, and somebody will see that and go, yeah, I want you to do something like that with my product. How much does that cost? So this is how you move yourself forward. You take the steps that move you forward to where you want to go. And that starts with creating your own show and using yourself as a sponsor, having a product or a service to sell. This is for many people, I have to explain this and I have to break this down. A cooking show is not some magic thing that money just comes out of nowhere. What we're doing is building a business. A legitimate business means you have a product or a service that people value and they will pay you for. If you're trying to do something where people give you money in exchange for nothing, that's called a scam. I don't teach that. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how you would get money in exchange for nothing. So understand that you do have to do the work. You're going to have to put in the work. You got to have a product or a service that you can sell. And that's how you can start making money by sponsoring yourself. And I'm going to show you some examples of that, some real world examples with some folks that I work with, some chefs that I've trained. Let me set this one up first. This is Cheron Reed, owner of RX Catering. She runs a catering business. She's been running her catering business for 19 years. She's got a full staff, and she's just somebody who's been really successful in her business. And she's using her cooking show to promote her business and bring her more of the type of clients that she wants.
Hmm. Isn't that so cute? Um, everyone is into these mini things too. So I think this may go over pretty well. I may have come up with something new. Okay, so we'll clean this up, put this away, and we will come back and finish getting this ready to actually cook. While that's cooking, I just have a question for you. Do you know what your child's being served for school lunch? I'm sure if you checked it out, you'd be surprised and not too happy. At RX Catering, we serve healthy, delicious, fresh school lunches. Of course, made with love and no additives. Your child's gonna love what they eat, and it's gonna be healthy for them. So if you want more information, check us out at rxcatering-dc.com. Now let's get back to that recipe. Okay, so you should have your skillet ready, and of course you can use any oil that you may have there. Of course, I'm going to use what I have here, 0 acre oil, healthier option.
So there's two things that you saw there. The first was, so that was her cooking show, a clip from her cooking show where she transitioned into a commercial. There are natural breaks in your cooking show. Many of your episodes, not all of them, will have an opportunity for you to insert a commercial break, a natural opportunity when something has to go in the oven for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, or whatever. In that instance, I think she was using an air fryer. But when you have to take a break for cook time, where you would normally cut away, stop the camera, and then come back and pull something out of the oven, that's a natural commercial break. And when you're getting started and you don't have any sponsors, you sponsor yourself. You put a commercial there promoting your products or services. For Cheron, school lunches are a big deal. Those are institutional contracts. That's a not a individual customer. That's an institution, a school, and that's a monthly or annual contract. You pay every month, and you come in once every day and bring in your the school lunches, or they pay every couple of weeks. I can't remember, but anyway, the point is that's an ongoing check. Better The bigger clients that you want to go after are the ones where you don't get paid once. Like, she does birthday parties, for example. People celebrate birthday parties, big numbers, for example, like 50 a birthday party. Like, you, with a regular client, you might get one or two engagements from them for the year. Whereas an institutional client, like school lunch client, school's hiring you to bring in school lunches, you're doing that every day. That's everyday money. So she's making commercials that advertise her high revenue services, the ones that bring a lot of money into her business. You have the opportunity to do the same thing. And at the end, when she transitioned out of that, in that particular episode, she started talking about a new oil, a 0 acre oil. You can check it out. It's pretty popular among chefs. It's a healthy alternative to the many of the traditional oils that we've been cooking with. And so I told her, when I heard about it, I told her about it, and she checked it out and she likes it. She really likes the product, and so she cooks with it now, and she features it. It's one of the things that sit on the table while she's talking. And this is another example of how you can move yourself towards getting a sponsorship. She's talking about that product organically, as in they're not paying her to do it. She's talking about it because she uses it and she actually likes it. And that's how you open the door for the opportunity to get an actual paid sponsorship from a company like that. And one of the things people think is, well, why would they pay you if you're already doing it for free? These companies have very specific language that they want used when talking about their products. They oftentimes have special campaigns or different types of promotions that they're running. They need certain things to be said a certain way, and they will pay you for that. If you're already talking about their product, that's great, but you didn't say what they needed you to say, so they will write you a check to say what you've already been saying, but saying it the way they need you to say it. These are multi-million-dollar companies. Their marketing campaign is not just random people saying whatever. They have messages that they want delivered, and they will pay you to deliver that message effectively, exactly the way they want it done. And the way you open the door for yourself to have that kind of opportunity is by doing that work up front, doing it in advance. Again, we got to start and keep moving forward and taking these steps that move us towards where we want to go. And endorsing products that you already use and like is another step towards getting somebody to pay you for that endorsement. So I'm going to come back to Cheron and show you another part from that particular episode. No, it was a different episode where she actually started talking more about the 0 Acre product. And that's an example of what I was just saying. If you have something that you already use and you like it, go ahead and talk about it. And then you can use that as a setup to reach out to that company about a paid sponsorship opportunity.
Okay, so back to all the heart options of the different oils. So this is something that actually my marketing coach introduced to me as far as this is an option. Hey, Cheron, you need to try this out in some of your recipes and see what it does, see what it do. And so I'm doing. And hopefully we'll see some more recipes where we can actually implement this. This is cost-wise. So I started talking about cost a little bit earlier, is that this particular bottle, I got a 4-pack, and I believe I ended up spending close to $50. So for oil, someone would say, man, Cheron, that's a lot for oil. But let's look at, we're putting a price tag on our health. So if we can, I started talking about earlier, minimize our risk of heart disease, inflammation, all the things that turn into what? Cardiovascular issues, diabetes. This is actually, I said, the base of it's made from sugar cane, and it's a process that we can talk about. You can actually Google it. If you Google 0 Acre, you will be super impressed with the process of actually making this oil. So check it out. So I'm going to start using it a little bit more, and it already told me to turn the food. I already did it, but let's just open it so it will stop beeping. And like I said, this will take probably like 10 more minutes. So we'll be back and check them out. Just remember to actually turn, rotate, flip the chips. And the ultimate goal, you'll see in a moment, is to have it crispy like a regular potato chip. While that's cooking, I gotta tell you, RX Catering has you covered for all your family events. Your birthdays, baby shower, bridal showers, graduation, retirements, and celebration of life. We got you covered from the beginning to the end. So if you want more information, check us out at rxcatering-dc.com. Now let's get back to that recipe. Okay, so you have been opening, turning, flipping for about...
So that was 2 examples of what I was just saying. The first part was where she was talking about 0 Acre oil. That was a genuine testimonial. She tried the product out. She likes it. Now she continues to use it. And then in that episode, there was a transition, a natural break for cooking, and we inserted a commercial there. This time she was talking about the catering services for different types of family functions, and she went on and named a bunch of different functions. And so this is self-sponsorship as well as setting yourself up for a corporate sponsorship. These videos go on YouTube and they just stay forever. Videos don't die on YouTube, particularly cooking videos. Recipes are timeless. It's not like you're doing a news report or the weather report. A recipe for chocolate cake or whatever, people are going to be searching for recipes for chocolate cake forever. And YouTube will continue serving up old videos because they're still relevant. And so these commercials that you're creating for yourself, this self-sponsorship, this stuff starts to accumulate over time. You have all of these videos that are sitting out on the internet promoting your products and services, and then link in the description box takes them directly to your website or wherever you want to send them. That over time, this stuff accumulates, and now you're starting to build this body of work where you're getting a whole bunch of leads coming in, a bunch of potential clients contacting you from stuff that you put out years ago. The system as I teach it for a cooking show is you're going to show up every single week. So that means 50 episodes a year. 1 year, that's 50 episodes. The next year, you got 100. Next year, you got 150. 4 years from now, you got 200. It might seem like a long time, but if you look at it this way, you're going to be cooking every day anyway, right? Or almost every day. Well, that entire time, why not record one of those a week, put it on YouTube, and let that video work on your behalf while you're doing other things? These videos that Cheron has, she's a very busy lady. Running that catering business takes a ton of her time, and these videos are her cloning herself. She's cloned herself and put herself on YouTube, and now Video Cheron is out there promoting her business 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, bringing in new potential clients 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, while Cheron is doing other things. And this is an example of what you can do for yourself. I got some other examples here I want to show you as well. Next, we're going to take a look at Chef Winston.
Stewed curry chicken and a banana pudding dessert. Welcome to Floridian Cuisine with Chef Winston. Today, we are going to have so much fun and flavor. The chicken.
So I'm going to pause it right here. What I want you to pay attention to is the lower third down here at the bottom. He's got his name. He's got home cook instructor, catering coach, caterer, personal chef. These are all services that he offers. This is Chef Winston he's been catering for 25 years, I think, or almost 30. So he has listed all of the services that he has, that he offers, and he's using his cooking show to promote those services. This is again an example of what I'm talking about. The fastest way to make money with a cooking show is to have something that you already sell and use your cooking show to sell that. Also, pay attention over here in the bottom right-hand corner. These are all his spice blends. He has a whole suite of different spice blends that he cooks with, and he's going to cook with those. He's going to cook with those spice blends in this episode. Whenever he always has them on display, front and center. Generally, he's cooking with them. Sometimes he'll have them in the background. He also has a Johnny Cake mix, and he has something else I can't remember. I know he has the spice blends in the Johnny Cake mix, and these are his products that he sells, and he's got, self-sponsorship. This is another example of what I was telling you about with self-sponsorship. And we started his cooking show with his smartphone. I have another chef who we started his cooking show with his smartphone, and he did, my method is one video a week. And once we got him started, he was so happy with what he was doing. He started making 2 videos a week. And in his first year, he made 100 videos with his smartphone. And if you look at those videos, you can't distinguish them from videos made with a dedicated camera, because when used correctly, you can't tell the difference. All you need is a smartphone to get started. That's one of the messages I have to communicate to people over and over again. Folks think they need fancy, expensive cameras, and you don't. The truth of the matter is, even if somebody gave you one of those cameras, now you have the problem of learning how to use it, because there's a very steep learning curve with a dedicated camera as compared to a phone, where it's just this big red button you press and it records and the video looks like you want it. That's not how it works when you get a dedicated camera. You got to actually learn how to operate that camera, and that's more work than most people are able to take on or willing to take on. They think they want one of those cameras and they really don't. But let me get back to Chef Winston, because there's something else here I want to show you.
The chicken that I'm using this afternoon would be a skinless, boneless leg meat. Usually when you do stewed chicken, you'll usually see people doing a bone in, using the thigh meat, using the wings, using the whole chicken and cut it up in small sections. Coming along, we're gonna take some of a Cajun seasoning.
Just let me roll this back just for a second, because I want you to pay attention to this. Do y'all see how beautiful this is? I want you to imagine yourself there, and I want you to imagine your spice blends, your consumer packaged good, your cookbook, whatever your thing is, because some of the people watching this already have a product. They already have a spice blend. They already have whatever their signature item is. I want you to visualize yourself standing there with your products on display, and you talking about, this is not something that's a dream or off in the distance. You can do this today with your smartphone. You want to see your product on TV, and that's another important point that I have not stressed enough today, a cooking show on YouTube is a cooking show on TV. YouTube is the number one TV streaming app in US households. Netflix is second place. And YouTube is just widening the gap. So if you have a cooking show on YouTube, you have a cooking show on TV. And just a few weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, the YouTube CEO announced that YouTube passed another milestone where more people are watching YouTube, more watch time hours on the TV than on their mobile devices. So people are spending more time watching YouTube on their television than they are on their phone and their tablets. The YouTube transition to TV is just accelerating. When you have a YouTube cooking channel, you have a food TV channel. I want you to understand that. A lot of folks think Food Network is their big ambition. You don't need Food Network. You can do your own Food Network. YouTube is just another channel on TV these days. So if you're on YouTube, you have a cooking channel, you have a cooking channel on TV. Please don't underestimate or undervalue what YouTube is offering. The thing is, the problem is that it doesn't cost anything. So people don't value it. But if you really think about what it is, you get to put yourself directly on TV and you don't have to pay anything to do it. That's a no-brainer. If you're running a business, if you're a chef, you run a restaurant, you run a catering business, you run a private chef business, you want to get more clients, you want to get bigger clients, what better way to do that than to put yourself on their big screen TV, doing what you do, showcasing yourself and your excellence, however you choose to do that. That is the opportunity that YouTube affords you. All you got to do is show up. So let's get back to Chef Winston. But this picture right here, I want you to imprint this in your mind because that can be you. That can be you in your kitchen with your products on display.
Sections coming along, we're gonna take some of our Cajun seasoning. You can find that on our website as well. Some Chef Winston Cajun seasoning. Season this bad boy up. Looking
So what I'm showing you here, pay attention to these graphics, this animation. This is where he's selling his spice blends that we were just looking at. This is a different video, but this graphic I wanted to show you, this animation to sell his product. The reason I'm showing you that is to help you avoid a mistake that so many people try to make when they're trying to edit their own videos. You do not want to try to edit your own videos. That's a task you want to hand over to a professional. Video editing is inherently a time-consuming task. It just takes a long time, and it always does. Even when you're a skilled video editor, it takes a lot of time. When you don't know what you're doing, when you're a beginner or not even just trying to get started with video editing, it takes forever and you're going to produce a terrible product. And something like this, something as simple as this graphic here, the animation, the smartphone, and then with the scrolling display and all of that, it might take you weeks to figure out, to even find that type of animation, that type of effect. Whereas somebody who does this professionally and they have a bunch of clients, they have all of the tools available. You describe what you want and they go, oh, okay, yeah, how about this one? And you say, no, not that one. They try, how about this one? Yep, that's the one. And so you can get the solution that you're looking for in 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Whereas if you had to go find that yourself and then figure out how to configure it and put your stuff in it and make it look nice, you're spending a few hours today, or maybe just an hour or two tomorrow, hour or two the next day. And then this is stretching out over a span of weeks that you're trying to get this video edited, one video. Whereas if you'd handed that task off to somebody else, they could have that back to you in 2 or 3 days, a week at the most, and it didn't take any of your time. So that's just another lesson that I want you to take from this is editing your own videos is not the move. You want to hire that task out to somebody because it's just not a good use of your time. Let's see, who do we have next here? Next, we have a chef I worked with, a baker. And what are we going to, let's see what Chef Erinn's going to talk about. I forgot what I put in this one.
Hi, I'm Chef Erinn Roth, and welcome to Mrs. Joe's Petite Eats Patisserie and Cafe, where we are your premier corporate catering solution. We offer breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We have 2 convenient options for ordering. You can order through our Easy Cater platform and have it delivered to you, or you can reach out to us directly at 571-327-9431 or email us at info@eatatmrsjoe.com. Place your order and you can pick it up here at the cafe. We are located at 7940 Jones Branch Drive, McLean, Virginia. Have a great day. We look forward to hearing from you soon.
So that's Chef Erinn promoting her corporate catering options. Again, self-sponsorship. Fastest way to make money is to use your cooking show to sell things that you already have, products or services that you already offer. That was a standalone commercial. What you saw earlier with Cheron were embedded commercials where we fit those right into the video. This commercial is a standalone commercial that she can just publish by itself on her YouTube channel and email out to people or put it into, her newsletter, whatever. Just different ways that you can use it. 2 different ways of doing the same thing. Embedded commercials that you design to fit specifically within breaks inside your cooking show, and then dedicated commercials. But again, the overall point of this training today is the fastest way to make money through sponsorships or anything else. The fastest way to monetize your YouTube channel is self-sponsorship. Promote your own products and services. So let's see, who do we have next? I got 2 more examples.
See that color looking good. We got all them little crispy bits up under there. I love them little crispy bits on the underside of a chicken thigh. Ain't nothing like them little bits right there. And after we cook that one side, we gonna mop it on up with that marinade. What's up, y'all? Let me interrupt your lesson right quick to let you know or remind you that I am Kanin Cuisine, the smoked lamb specialist. I have some of the best smoked racks of lamb you ever had, and it's right here in Memphis, Tennessee. Go to kanincuisine.com for pricing and details, and I swear, if it ever get in your mouth, you gonna come back, you gonna want another one, and I'm gonna give it to you. Now we're gonna hit that chicken with the marinade.
So that's Chef Kanin promoting his side hustle. Kanin's actually a paramedic. He's one of the chefs I trained, and his cooking show is fantastic. I love what he's doing. He's a big man in a small kitchen. A lot of people think their kitchen is not big enough or not nice enough for a cooking show, and Kanin is a perfect example of how if you really want to have a cooking show, you will make it happen with what you have, and he's making it happen with what he has. His is easily one of my favorite cooking shows. The man is just entertaining. He's down there in Memphis with that Memphis drawl, but the dishes that he prepares are from around the world, and that guy's just fantastic. And he's a paramedic. That's his day job. He's a paramedic, and everything you see on his YouTube channel, that's his side hustle. His cooking show is his passion. He has a smoked lamb catering business. He calls himself the smoked lamb specialist. That's his niche. And so he puts his commercials promoting his lamb business within his smoked lamb business within his cooking show. Self-sponsorship, using your cooking show to sell something that you already offer. Let's see. Now this is going to be Jessica. So what you're going to see here in this next and final example, is small businesses working together, a different sponsorship model. So there are levels of sponsorship. People can pay you money to promote their products and services. People can barter. They can provide you with goods and services at no cost, and you get to keep the stuff, but you talk about it. So you promote it in their video. We made this last year for Small Business Saturday. We wanted to promote other small businesses and also show people the example of how you can use a cooking show to promote. It's an economic engine that can uplift a small business community, because with a cooking show, you can promote anything. Everything fits in a cooking show in terms of a commercial. So but take a look at what this is. Not actually her cooking show. This is a special video we made just for Small Business Saturday, but it's an example of collaboration. I thought it was important to share with you, so to give you some ideas about what it can look like when you work with other small businesses in your community. Reach out to people, talk to people, stop trying to do everything by yourself, and watch how much easier the game gets when you get some people on your team and y'all are working together to support each other. This video is an example of that.
This bolero jacket by Priska's Art is bold, fashion forward. Check these sleeves out. You want to show off your bangles? Roll them up. Pull it down if you want to cover up just a little bit. Got your shoulders covered. Check out the detail here on the back for a little modesty. Priska's Art director and owner, Angela Enwenzo, she did it. Do you see this? Welcome to Small Business Saturday. I am Jessica Fisher Golden, and today I'm going to introduce you to some fantastic small businesses and some of their products so you can support them during this holiday season for Small Business Saturday. You know what? Around here, we believe in small business every day. Let's support them every day. Let's take a trip to the Spice Suite. Now, these spices that I picked up in particular, they're all hand blended. They have some very interesting names, and I think that you're going to enjoy them. This one in particular, this smoky sweet thing, and that's what it says, sweet thing, spice blend, it reminds me of like barbecue, like a sweet barbecue flavor. And I thought about some shish kebabs that I made, some veggie shish kebabs that I made. And I said, you know what, if I put this on that, because of the fact that it has that sweetness to it, and since I grilled it, honey, this right here, that'll be a winner. Another one that we have here is the Sweet Mystique Lime Spice Blend. Now, Mystique, which is more so known for that barbecue, that grill kind of flavor, pretty cool. But this one in particular has that lime in it, and then also it has cane sugar and honey. So you getting that sweet vibe, you getting that tang from the lime, amazing. This other one, now this one right here, get ready for this. Get ready. You ready? I go both ways spice blend. So this is a sweet and savory blend here. When you smell this, let me just go ahead and take a whiff. When you smell this, this is given romero. That's the first thing I'm smelling. That's rosemary. And then also it has a little bit of nuez moscado. Now that is nutmeg. And for me, I am here for the aromatics that these spices bring. And I highly suggest you try these out. Now, this one I picked up. This is from Farm and Muse. This is from Union Kitchen. This is where I picked this up from. This one, which is called Not Your Mother's. I don't know who comes up with these spice flavors, but y'all are doing it, okay? Now, this one in particular is a salt-free. This one also has romero in it, so I'm loving it. And it has onions and garlic and all this wonderful stuff that you can add to soup, salad, vegetables, of course, because you know that's what I'm about here. I highly recommend you try this one as well. All right. Now that takes care of everything in the kitchen. Next, I'll show you some things for your home. First, I need to change and show you something else from Priska's Art. So real quick while I change fits, let me tell you about one of the speakers at our Maternity Wellness Summit, Marsha Jackson. She's a nurse midwife. She'll be talking about out of hospital and home births. So don't forget to click that link to RSVP. All righty, we'll see you there. Look at these pants. Do you see how they move and sway? I love this. And it even has pockets. Who doesn't love a pocket? You know, when Angela started Priska's Art, she actually focused on accessories and men's fashion. We'll get to all of that. However, a customer commissioned her to make a piece for her curvy body, and that's what got her into this. Thank you, customer. So when you walk into a room and the light hits this piece, I don't know if you can see this embellishments that's on here. Let me tell you something. Atención, atención. And you don't even have to say a word. That's what fashion is all about. Nicole's Naturals. Let me tell you something about this. First of all, I went ahead and I started off this segment by putting on this soy wax.
So lots of examples there that I'm gonna break down for you. The clothing, Priska's Art. So she has a clothing sponsor. For ladies in particular, can be gentlemen too, but generally this will apply more to ladies, having a clothing sponsor so that you can always have a new outfit, something that you know haven't shown the world before. It's a lot easier when you have somebody providing you with clothes rather than you having to spend your money and go buy new stuff all the time because you're on camera all the time. Having a clothing sponsor, you borrow some clothes, make the videos, send them back, and that's your relationship. You have a clothing sponsor. So Priska's Art, you saw, she's changing. I let that video run, let that clip run long because I wanted to show you that she was changing outfits in between. We did multiple segments with that video. It's like a 10-minute video. And we started out, she's coming down the stairs, showcasing the clothes. Then she sits down and talks about some of the businesses. And then she goes, we cut, she goes to change. Then we do the runway down the stairs again, showcase another outfit. She sits down on the couch, talks about some more businesses. Then we cut. She goes back upstairs. We do the runway again with another outfit, and the whole outfit and the promotion of the business owner who made the outfit. And then she sits down for the final segment and talks about some more businesses. So when she's on the couch in the first segment right there, she talked about 3 different businesses. She talked about the Spice Suite with those spices. She talked about Farm and Muse, which is a different business owner, a different business that produces that spice that she had. And she also shouted out Union Kitchen, which is an incubator for food businesses. That's where the Farm and Muse spice was located. So Union Kitchen, think of it like a grocery store where everything on all of the shelves is made by local food business owners within like 50 miles or whatever. So by shouting out Union Kitchen and showcasing one of the business owners in the Union Kitchen product suite, Union Kitchen is all about promoting these small businesses, these small food businesses, and helping these folks become successful. So by Jessica making this video, promoting one of those businesses, shouting out Union Kitchen, again, she's building something where everybody wins, not where just she wins. So she's made a video that more people are interested in sharing than just her. All of those business owners whose products are featured in this fantastic commercial, what do you think they're going to do? Send it out to their whole network. This is how you can use your cooking show to get what you want by helping other people get what they want. Be thinking in terms of the community, be thinking in terms of collaboration. How can you use your show to help other people win as well? And that will make people interested in making your show successful. And then was there another example from in that one? No, I think that was all the lessons from that particular video. But that's just the point. Let me run it back because you may have missed it. Here we go.
First, I need to change and show you something else from Priska's Art. So real quick while I change fits, let me tell you about one of the speakers at our Maternity Wellness Summit, Marsha Jackson. She's a nurse midwife. She'll be talking about out of hospital and home births. So don't forget to click that link to RSVP. All righty, we'll see you there. Look at the...
So that was a promotion for Jessica's stuff. So that whole video is a 10-minute video where she's promoting other small businesses. But that commercial inside that video was promoting her maternity wellness summit because her real business is not her cooking show. Her business is her community, her online private membership community that she runs for mamas. She does natural childbirth. She's all about holistic parenting, and she gave birth to both of her children at home on purpose. Like they planned it out, and there's all this whole process for natural childbirth with doulas and midwives and all that. And so women who are interested in that type of birth, that type of experience for their family, where do you start? If you've never had a child and you want to have a natural childbirth, you don't want to go to the hospital, where do you even begin to learn how to do that? Well, that's what one of the things that Jessica's community offers is a place where new and expecting moms can come learn about that. And then all of the other stuff that comes after the baby has arrived, that whole journey through motherhood, it is a journey. And most women do not get enough support in that journey. And that's the problem that Jessica's community solves. And she uses her cooking show to advertise her community for moms. So again, back to what I was saying before, the fastest way to make money with a YouTube cooking channel or any kind of YouTube channel is to have a product or a service, a legitimate product or a service that you offer that solves a problem for people that they're willing to pay for, and you use your cooking show to advertise that. So what we just saw in that little clip that I ran back for you is she had a maternity wellness summit in January. So the Small Business Saturday video, Small Business Saturday is the day after Thanksgiving. I mean, the day after Black Friday, which is the day after Thanksgiving. So the Saturday after Thanksgiving. So we rolled that video out then and promoting her summit that was just in January. So we promoting this several months in advance. But the point is, she's using her platform, her YouTube channel, to promote stuff that she sells. And the whole point of this session today is that the fastest way to make money with your YouTube channel is to promote products or services that you already have. So that is it for the presentation part. I'm opening it up for questions. Anybody have any questions about how to start your cooking show? How, anything what I presented today? The reason I do these is because I'm trying to get more people to get their cooking show started, because we're in a public health crisis because of our food. Ultra processed food is just taking out so many people. Stroke is the fourth leading cause of death in the United States. 80% of strokes are preventable through dietary changes. People just need to know how to eat to live. And it's my personal view that there's no better way to provide that food education than a chef with a YouTube channel, a cooking show on YouTube, because again, YouTube is the number one TV streaming app in U.S. households. YouTube is TV. It's the new TV. And if you haven't heard anybody else say it, you heard it here, pay attention. In the United States, YouTube is a TV channel, and it is becoming more so by the day. You want to have a cooking show on YouTube. You want to have a cooking show on TV. All you have to do is go to YouTube. All you need to get started is your smartphone, and it is a massive business opportunity because of, if you pay attention to the news, more and more a part of the conversation is ultra processed food and the toxicity of the American diet. 60% to 80% of the calories we consume on a daily basis are from ultra processed food. We've just forgotten how to eat real food. We've forgotten how to cook real food. We've been brainwashed into thinking that everything's got to be now, fast, and grab everything, grab and go, instead of cooking our own food. And as a result, we're eating chemicals. Diabetes is out of control. High blood pressure is out of control, especially juvenile diabetes. If you talk to doctors who are 50, 60 years old, they'll tell you when they went through medical school, juvenile diabetes wasn't a thing. It just wasn't. Kids didn't get diabetes. Type 2 diabetes comes from what you put in your mouth. Type 1 diabetes is a condition that you don't have anything to you can't do anything about. Type 2 diabetes comes from what you put in your mouth, and we have an epidemic of type 2 diabetes in the United States, especially among our children, and it's because of what we eat. And it is going to be big business to teach people how to use food as medicine. All these weight loss drugs are really, all they do is suppress appetite. any doctor will tell you that all these drugs do, all these GLP-1 drugs do, is suppress your appetite. And then they come along with all these nasty side effects. Well, what suppresses your appetite and doesn't come with side effects? Fiber. Where you get fiber from? Vegetables. If we just get to eating vegetables, teach people how to eat food and use food as medicine, so many folks will be living a better life. And if you can help people live a better life, they will pay you for it and pay you well. So there's just such a huge opportunity out here for any chef who wants to have their own cooking show, has it in their heart to teach, and is willing to get started. That's what I'm here to help you do. I run a cooking show accelerator. You can find out about that at my website, parkroadstudios.com, whichever social media platform you're on. You're watching this on, because I'm broadcasting this to multiple platforms. Just go to whatever link is available on that platform. If it's on Instagram, it's the bio link. If you're on YouTube, it's in the description box of every one of my videos. It's on the link on my YouTube channel. Same on Facebook, same on LinkedIn. I use one link everywhere. So no matter what platform you're viewing this video on, the only link for you to click takes you to my website, where you can take the self-assessment and see if you have what it takes to host your own cooking show. And if you do, you get an invite to join my cooking show accelerator. Doesn't cost anything, has everything in it that you could possibly need to help you get your cooking show started. And that's why I do this. I'm trying to get more chefs to take their talents to YouTube and help as many people as possible and build a fantastic life for yourself in the process by creating a work from home business with a cooking show. You can pay all your bills cooking one dish a week from your home kitchen. All right. I don't see any questions, so I'm going to wrap this up. Thanks for joining me. Again, take a look at my website, parkroadstudios.com, to join the Cooking Show Accelerator. And thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time.